Welcome back to Marvel Live. We are so excited that we have our first guest here, Xavier. Xavier Woods.
I'm prepared.
You are very prepared. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, thank you very much for having me. This is a blast. I love Comic-Con, and I'm glad to be sitting here with this fantastic statue of the Hulk.
Hulk smash.
So, this is not your first Comic-Con.
This is not, no.
What are you most excited to see for this year at San Diego Comic-Con?
Honestly, right down here, I'm excited to play Spider-Man.
Yes.
So, like, if we're speaking in completely honest and real terms right
What's
now.
on the card? What's on the card?
Yes. But yeah, anything that having to do with all the new Marvel stuff that's out, all the new Funko exclusives. So we checked out that booth earlier yesterday. But honestly, just like the vibe.
Yeah.
That's the real part of it. So like, I am a sports entertainer for WWE, if you don't know. Professional LARPer. And so we get to travel around the world and do a bunch of different things. But honestly, whenever I get to come to any sort of big conventions like this, like Dragon Con I go to every year in Atlanta, it's just like, it's home. Yeah. And then, conventions have a certain smell to them when you walk in. But to me, that's the smell of my brethren, the smell of my people.
I'm home.
I'm here. I am home.
Yes, exactly, 100%.
So we are really excited also about Marvel Spider-Man for PlayStation 4. You are going to go play it today, right?
Oh, as soon as we're done, I'm walking right down these steps and going to play it.
That would be my suggestion.
Yeah.
What are you most excited to get with that game? Like the swinging, the traversal, the combat?
Honestly, okay, so in the older Spider-Man games, one thing that was like very underrated that I feel like wasn't talked about a ton, but when you played it, it was the best part, was the swinging around the city. Because for some reason, you become fully immersed as Spider-Man, just going through the buildings and everything. And the fighting system, fantastic. The story is fantastic. It looks amazing, but for some reason, web slinging,
Well, we have to confess that we have both played it.
Played it.
And you are going to be so happy.
You're going to lose your mind. People are going to be like, are you done yet? You'll be like, no, I'm on my 5th playthrough.
So with your next guest up here, if you hear me screaming down there, everything is fine.
Great. We know exactly that feeling.
Yes.
So you are a sports entertainer.
That's called Mount Woods.
That's actually
Woods.
it's worth it just to have you do that.
Yeah,
they actually
the Sherpas live in the crease, and they'll take you on the ride, but you have to stop halfway because you have to acclimate yourself to the new atmosphere, and then you can go up higher. Yeah, get a zoom in on that. And then this one right here, wham.
The steam coming
Done.
The
out.
boy's been working.
So clearly you have superpowers.
Yes.
What would you say is your superpower?
My superpower would be my creativity.
Ooh. Say more.
So
Be creative.
Be creative. Go. So my dad told me when I got signed to be a part of WWE, he said, "You're not the biggest, you're not the strongest, you're not the fastest." And then I was like, "Dad, what?"
This is a heck of a pep talk, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. He's like, "But you're the most creative person that I know." He's like, "So you're going to use that to make sure that you keep your job and to make sure that you're the best at your job."
Yes.
And so I've always relied on creativity, obviously because guys in that realm are like 6'2" and like 380. I'm like, I am not. I mean, I'm big, but creativity is the crux of what it is that we do, and that's one of the reasons that we love Marvel so much, is because it's a creative world, and you have all these superheroes. You get taken to these crazy places, and it all relies on your imagination.
Yeah.
And so that's like the most important thing to me in my realm of what I do.
Do you have a superhero that you grew up with or that you magnetized toward?
Definitely Spider-Man. Spider-Man, and he is the man because he doesn't take things seriously. And for some reason, for me, that just makes everything so much better. Because he could be about to get his legs broken, and he's like, "I'm making jokes still." And it's like, you look at the bright side of all things.
Loses his job. Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Very cool. So one of the things that I have been told is that with your love of gaming, you have your own show.
This is very true.
Up, down, down.
Yep. It's my YouTube channel. Go subscribe if you've yet to subscribe already. So we do tons of stuff on that channel. We play old retro games. We play new games. We play things from I just got a Neo Geo CD when I was in Japan a few weeks ago. Yeah. And so we did a live stream playing Neo Geo CD games. So it's just a all-encompassing thing. And rather than just being focused on one game or one type of game or one system, it's kind of just to show this is my love for gaming in general, because it's what I grew up on, And then we do lots of stuff with all of the other WWE superstars, and the reasoning for that is I like to show people that gaming isn't something that's just gonna like melt your brain. There's always that stigma of like, oh, get off the video games, it's not good for you. No, it's a social event, and yes, people are using it differently now by being able to play online, and that's how they're making friends and relationships. And so with all of us crammed in one room playing games locally, we're showing people this is a fun, unique experience that can bring people closer together.
Yeah.
Awesome.
If you could choose a Marvel character that you can have as a tag team partner, who would you choose? Villain or hero?
Thanos.
Oh, of course. I mean,
Thanos.
duh.
I mean, don't you think
100%.
that's a little bit
That's
cheating?
that's cheating.
I mean,
That's cheating. Be more
But- but-
creative.
okay.
You need to be more creative.
Actually, hold on. Why Thanos?
One, and I'm not saying because like Infinity Gauntlet and Snap and get rid of everybody. I'm choosing Thanos because of his hand-to-hand combat skills. Because when you watch him hit the scene and when he's legit boxing the Hulk. He's not fighting, he's boxing and bobbing and weaving. He's like Muhammad Ali, but huge. That's why, because I need those kinds of skills. Not the Infinity Gauntlet, no Infinity Gauntlet for
So
him.
pre-Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos.
Pre-Infinity Gauntlet Thanos. Because if
He's still
we're-
a god.
If we're,
I
if
mean,
we're
he
in a
is.
match, if we're in a match and he snaps his fingers, I might be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's a risk we take.
So I hear that you also have a new project that you are here for a book.
A book?
Yeah.
Is that we have a book? We have a book?
Yes.
Oh, wait, we do have the Book of Booty.
Yes, that
so-
that is the book in which I am talking
Okay,
about.
perfect. I was like, wait, we're talking about the Book of Booty? Okay,
was like-
perfect. So it's a fantastic book. It kind of goes through when New Day, we had our New Day, if you don't know, me, my friends Kofi Kingston and Big E. That's our trio. So it's our like humble beginnings, and kind of follows us through our tag team title reign. We're the longest reigning WWE tag team champions in the history of the WWE. We were champions 483 days.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a lot of days. It's a lot of days.
That's a lot of days to hold a championship.
It
sir.
is. When you're as good as us, it just kind of
So he has those
flies
muscles
by.
because he's holding
Yeah.
the belt.
But yeah, you can get that at anywhere that books are sold. It's fantastic. Kids love it. Adults love it. We did a signing for it the other day, and so this is gonna sound weird if you don't know me. When we do our entrance, we just throw pancakes into the crowd
Yep.
because it's funny to us.
Yeah.
Long story short, we had a lumberjack match, and I dressed up. I cosplayed as a lumberjack. So we brought pancakes with us, and then we just kept throwing pancakes because it's ridiculous. So at this book signing, someone came in like an all-black suit. You know, like when people do puppet shows, they're wearing all black.
Yeah.
He was wearing that, but he had stapled pancakes to the suit, so he was like a pancake man.
Pancake man.
That's a lot of creativity.
New
right
hero.
there.
New hero.
See?
I smell new hero.
See? Yes.
Pancake man.
Pancake man.
Feeds the neighbors and the world with pancakes.
I feel like he would make people very happy.
Yeah, I would be happy.
Everybody loves breakfast.
Who does? Yeah. Who does
Yeah.
breakfast?
Breakfast is a very happy part of the day. It is. It's a thing that we can all love and enjoy.
Yes. If you can't get behind breakfast, I don't know if we can be friends.
If you could sit down with someone, a Marvel character, for breakfast,
Ooh.
who would you choose?
Ooh.
Thanos. No.
Yeah. Thanos again. I'd probably choose Tony Stark.
Nice.
Yeah.
Again, I gotta know why.
I like to pick his brain, and because so Cap did him wrong, and so I had this like angst towards Cap, and which makes my love for Tony Stark even greater. And so I would just want to talk to him about how much we both can't stand Cap.
Wow, so you're obviously Team Iron Man.
100% Team Iron Man,
Great.
all the way. And
I
because
guess we
Tony.
can still be friends.
We can still be friends.
But the thing about this, you love Spider-Man.
I
Who hooked
do.
Spider-Man up? Who believed in
True.
Spider-Man?
This is true.
Tony Stark hooked him up. Mentor this young boy.
I mean, the Starks hooked a lot of people up.
This is true. This is true.
But Tony Stark is making amends for that.
Bam, bam, and he's man enough. He's human enough to know that sometimes he does wrong.
Yeah.
But he is flawed. Unlike other people who think they're just the pinnacle of greatness and never atone for their horrible actions.
I see that you have a lot of feels about this.
So many feels, and we
So
don't have
many
enough time.
feels.
We don't have enough time.
But also, I would love to hear you narrate a comic book in the actual emotional feels behind each panel now.
I'm in. Can we do that? Can we have a panel where I just
man.
read one of the books?
That idea is
That would be.
Gonna-
Someone's writing it down right now. As we
Perfect.
speak.
Yes,
Perfect.
I know some. Larissa, are you ready? Great. Larissa's got that.
Boom.
Thanks, Larissa, because I feel like we should do that later.
So would the pancakes be in shields then, and you'd be eating them like, yeah, we're destroying your
Oh
shield.
no, I would not consume. I'd get rid of them.
You get
Yes.
throw the pancakes. out.
Yes. I will not ingest the hatred.
That's awesome. So what does your Comic-Con look like for the rest of the week?
So later today, we'll be hosting the Rocket League third birthday party over at Petco Park. And it's free. So if you don't have badges for this, come check me out over there because it's free. We love free. Free 99. And then tomorrow, we are doing some stuff with Mattel. They have a bunch of sweet figures over there.
Cool.
Some new WWE figures. They will be revealing those. So that's also fantastic as well. But then the rest of the time, just bouncing around, checking things out.
That's
Very
awesome.
cool.
That
All
is
right.
awesome.
Well, thank you so much. One last question.
Okay.
What are you definitely walking out of the Comic-Con with? Like, what did you, like, you gotta get?
I already picked up a Golden Vegeta, the Funko. Yeah, the Golden Vegeta and a Moaning Myrtle from Harry Potter.
Oh, Moaning Myrtle.
Yeah, those are two exclusives. I got those immediately. Like, I walked in yesterday, went straight to the booth and got those.
Was there's no line? You just boom?
Well,
I mean, real fans wait in lines.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to wait in line to play Marvel Spider-Man for PS4 when he walks down.
we don't know people and get hooked up with things.
What?
No.
What?
Wait in lines.
You entertained the masses.
Yeah, I waited.
Or giving us back. It's giving back to you.
I waited in line at the airport. I waited in line walking here. I was trying to get a scooter with the little.
Oh yeah,
app.
the new scooter. Yeah.
Yeah, they go like 15 miles an hour. I waited in line to get one of those. I waited in lots of lines. So many lines.
And then you meet new friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best things about Comic-Con is you get to meet new friends, folks who are like really passionate and love it. It's more than a fan.
Exactly.
It's a community.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I am sad because I don't have any cosplays prepared for this Comic-Con. Last year I was Garnet from Steven Universe. I boxed my hair out like her, and I felt really good, but I didn't have any room in my bag to bring a cosplay, so I feel like I'm letting myself down, and it hurts.
You're playing yourself. Like
Okay,
you're literally
fair. Yeah,
coming
you're
as
cosplaying
yourself.
Fair. I'm
Have you seen
cosplaying
anybody
me.
cosplaying as you?
I haven't.
Soon.
Not here.
Soon.
Not
So
here.
you'll make sure you take those pictures. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We are really excited that you came by.